right, so what was I playing? So I have been working a lot on chords, specifically, in jazz. The most common jazz chord progression is a 2-5-1, and a lot of people talk about it and how to play over it. But really, I think one of the best ways to improve your playing is to improve your chord vocabulary. And this is a lesson taken from Just Jazz Guitar Magazine, which is no longer published. I smile because I don't know why they stopped publishing this thing. They were so good. So this is what it looked like, and it came out a couple of times a year. This lesson is actually from 2003 by Mark Stefani, and he talks about 2-5 ideas. Really, how do you not so much just substitutions, but if you're playing 2-5-1s over and over again, and you're always using, say, for the one chord, the major seventh, or the two chord, the minor seventh, and just the dominant, it starts sounding boring. So what else can you use for that? This fancy way of saying, not so much substitution, but what colors can you add to it to make it a little bit better? So what I started off with was what he has on this jazz chord tricks, which is, improving your whole melodic 2-5-1 ideas. Is let's start with the D, what the first one, which is going to be D minor seventh. Everybody knows for a minor seventh you can substitute a minor ninth or an 11th. So in this case, this is the first chord that we play in this exercise. One is a D 11th, and it looks like this. That's the 11th. Okay. Next chord is a minor ninth. That's a D minor ninth. And basically, he's giving you two choices for that, the two chord. You can either play the 11th or the minor ninth. Sounds beautiful together, by the way. Or if you have it and it's like, two measures of it, or I should say two bars of it, you can go. Then the third chord that he has here, which would be the 5 chord, is a G7 with a flatted ninth, played like this. Okay, that's the 9th fretboard, and then right here, 10th fret. Or another voicing of a G7 flatted 9, which is basically the same thing. You're just moving it down to the 6th fret, 6th and 7th. Boom. End it with a C6-9. You could choose, would be the root, but you can choose to take the root off or play it. And so what I do when I practice chords, I'm practicing it down and up so you kind of know it. So and if you want to spice up your practicing, because we all know we just want to get to the solo, if I get down here, just play a scale, in this case a C major scale, because this is the key of C voicings. So that's example number 1. He's got 3 other examples. Let's look at example number 2. Again, we're going to start off with the 2 chords or another voicing. In this case, D minor ninth or D minor seventh you can play. So he does this as a D minor ninth. So this looks like a F major seventh because you don't see the root in here. The root is actually here, but he doesn't play it that way. So you can do D minor ninth or D minor seventh. And traditionally you do a D minor seventh like this, at least when I learned, or over here. But here, again, very, very pretty chords. D minor ninth, D minor seventh. Then this one is an A flat ninth, which is right over here, 11th fret, right here, and then this is on the 10th fret, to one of my favorite chord, which is G13th, which looks like this, because the root would be here. Okay, that's G13, and then you end on the C6 ninth, which is basically, so again, D minor ninth, D minor seventh, A flat ninth, G13th, C6 ninth. All right. So these are some what he calls jazz chord tricks, but they're not really chord tricks. They're just things that's going to help your playing. That's example 1 and example 2. I will go over example 3 and 4 in another lesson. But these are some nice little short ways to sort of improve your chord vocabulary and specifically your working knowledge of 2-5-1 chord progression. Thank you so much for watching and for subscribing. Take care.